looking at what we saw yesterday, starting with John Florence here. We'll get back to that because we're seeing it now. Driving into the pit. Florence, great positioning. Pulls out perfectly. A successful tube ride and a solid finishing move. He stands tall. He's got to look back at the crowd for a very well executed tube ride.
It reminds me so much of the Quicksilver Pro in France that John won. Very similar kind of conditions, very tricky, very hard to find the good ones. And that's where this guy excels, Joe. That's where this guy is so good. When everyone struggles, he is just on fire, and right there just showing the ability to be able to find a diamond in the rough that Julian was talking about. Let's have a look. Takes off nice and late, grabs the face of the wave, slows himself down and just gets absolutely barreled. Comes flying out the end of that one and then just manages to tag the end of that. That's going to be a great score for John. 19 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. If he wins, he goes through to the quarterfinals, and that takes Paloma Andino out of the world title race. What a vision right there from the drone. And he comes out nice and clean. Look at that, just the technique to slow himself down, moves that front foot forward, pushes on that the nose rock, and what that does is it just enables you to wipe a bit of speed off, Joe. The further back on the board, the more the fins are engaged, the faster you'll go. So you could tell he moved forward on the board, took the pressure off the fins, and that gave him that ability to slow himself down and get as deep as possible. Amazing.
Potts breaking down the technique of one of the best, maybe the best backside tube rider in the world.
And Adriano de Souza had priority on that occasion. You could see him, he was trying his hardest to get that wave, unable to do so. The frustration, but John tagged an absolute gem.
John Florence turns in an 8.5. Opened up with a 5.17, now a 13.67. Total in first. Michel Bourez now needs a 10. De Souza now comboed for the win, calling that excellent surfing, an easy decision for the panel to award that big number. And what amazing technique, like you're breaking down, Potts. I love watching the footwork of John, not just in the barrel, but also above the lip. It seems like he is so mobile, shuffling his feet when he's weightless in the tube or going for a huge aerial, as they almost seem related. Here goes John, up and out.